How much do you think an enforcement like this makes the local council?
I know.
Oh,
it's
do you know?
roughly 1.9, so I'm going to round it up. Over £2 million a year.
Hey, good morning, you crazy cats. Something slightly different today. I'm here in Hammersmith. I'm on the corner of Rivercourt Road, a road that's sandwiched between the Great West Road and King Street in Hammersmith. I'm here because in my last episode, I noticed a gentleman standing just over there holding a no left turn entry sign, warning drivers on the Great West Road not to turn left into Rivercourt Road and saving them a whopping £160. Well, that man is called Scott, and I'm going to chat today to find out all about his crusade warning drivers not to turn left here at this junction. The restrictions came into force on the 21st of November 2024, and I'll show you the reason why. At the King Street end of Rivercourt Road is a dual cycle lane. And of course, there was plenty of traffic queuing up to come into King Street from the Great West Road, and that created conflict, and that also created danger, not to mention a floating bus stop just over here. The new restrictions are aimed at improving safety and reducing traffic congestion. Non-residence drivers, including those with blue badges, and businesses are now required to have a permit or will face fines from a ANPR camera at the A4 junction. The road also has been open to two-way traffic with a new turning point near the Great West Road junction. Now, as a cab driver, we can still use Rivercourt Road. We like to use it to get up to the Uxbridge Road, Askew Road, or even Shepherd's Bush Green. It saves us from getting snarled up around the Hammersmith Gyratory. I was still at a loss as to why there was a turning circle created at the Great West Road end. Anyway, hopefully I'll get to find out after speaking to Scott. We'd arranged to meet at his normal spot on the Great West Road, and there he was, doing his bit as he saw it for the motorists. Hi Scott.
Oh, hi.
Nice to see you.
Here.
How are you, buddy?
Nice to meet you again.
How are you getting on this morning?
All right, so far so good. I've had a few people beeping in support and giving a thumbs up, which is nice.
Now, I've already heard a few beeps, so you've already saved some drivers, well, quite a bit of cash. First of all, for me and my viewers, can you tell me how this all came about?
All right, so basically I got a ticket.
Yep.
So I'm a driving instructor, been doing the job for like 16, 17 years. Always you were able to turn left here. We're on the A4 heading eastbound into central London, and you could divert through this road to avoid traffic around Hammersmith. All of a sudden one day, thank you, you can't turn there. So you will receive, it's not 180, I made a slight typo, it's 160. However, if you do turn left here, see if we save this guy, maybe not, you'll receive a ticket for 160. It would just save that person while they turn the signal off.
Yeah, that's £160
£160. So that person there cancelled their signal, they would have got £160 if they turned there. Obviously the council's very nice, so if you pay within the first 14 days, they do a reduction for you. But if not, it's 160. So basically I got a ticket there. I didn't know, I couldn't see that sign behind the tree. So I thought, let me just help other people out, make a sign and stand here so that people can see my sign and you can't see that sign. And so far it has made a difference because there's 3 new signs further down the road that the council have put up since I've been coming here.
Okay, back to Scott in just a couple of minutes. I decided to run the route myself on the Great West Road and look for the left turn into Rivercourt Road and see if those signs were indeed masked by that tree. Okay, off we go. Okay, first of all, I saw this sign on the left, which was a digital sign, no through route to King Street on the left. And then we had the second A-board sign, which you can see on the left as we go past the BP garage. That one is just coming up. Remember, there's a lot of information coming at you very quickly. That's the smaller A board. No left to turn except for buses, taxis and residents. And there's the second one. Now we're coming up to the tree. I can't see the signs at the entrance to Rivercourt Road until I get past the tree, and then bang. Left turn is in progress to Rivercourt Road. All the information is now in my face, but if I hadn't realised that I'm not allowed to turn down here, well, it's too late. I've already made that left turn. Also, I noticed some drivers turning into Rivercourt Road, reading the signs and then deciding, well, it's not for them, and starting to reverse back out onto the Great West Road. And that is, of course, a complete no-no, especially with traffic whizzing along the Great West Road in a easterly direction at 40 miles an hour. Okay, let's head back to Scott.
Hopefully they'll put up a sign where I'm standing, which has a line through it, which I think personally is a little bit easier to understand that you're not allowed to do something.
Agreed.
Rather than a circle with no line through it, which is that sign over there. Should we just go have a quick look?
Yeah, let's have a look, absolutely. Was there any sort of appeal process you could go through, or was it just basically...
Good question. So, I have appealed it.
Yep.
Since I put up the content where I've been standing here and telling people, so that's also helped some people. So the appeal, I haven't heard back.
Okay.
So I put my appeal in, the comment section said this, that and the other. I spoke to civil enforcement agents here as well, or enforcement officers, and they said, look, if you're going to appeal on the basis that doesn't cause any blame to the council. So I blamed them straight away, saying, your sign is terrible. It's behind a tree. How do you expect me to see it? Long story short, I haven't heard anything back yet. And it's been about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, that gives you an idea when I got the ticket. So I got the ticket in July.
Okay.
Yeah, so early July, I think, is when I got my ticket. So this must have come in around June, maybe May. So it's not been too long.
And your endeavour to make the sign, where did that idea come from? Was it just out of wanting to protect motorists from what you thought was an unfair signage position from the local council?
It. Literally there.
Yeah. So it's mostly about the signage?
Yes. So this isn't a new thing for me. Real quick, there's pedestrian zones at school zones now. I dropped off one of my students to pick up their child after school, got a ticket for that. That's where I started to get clued up about the changes that they're making on the road, and that sign in particular, which I said doesn't have a line through it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know because I've had to do the research because I'm a driving instructor, I know that means no motorbikes and no cars. But I think for the general public, they might actually confuse that sign with cars and motorbikes are allowed. Long story short, if you put an X through it or a line through it, worldwide, it doesn't matter what language or country, you're going to understand that means no. I think it's a bit ambiguous. No, it's not. I mean, look, you've got a red route for cross through it. Why doesn't that red route sign have just a blue circle and no cross? You need to put the cross.
Has anyone ever approached you from the council to talk about
Yeah.
your... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what did they say?
I had two, they were helping. They were actually, look, I'm not going to mention names, but the two civil enforcement agents that I spoke to and one traffic warden, they all agreed that the sign was behind the tree, which wasn't fair. You couldn't see it. However, we all know how things work, because there's a sign, blah, blah, blah. So they all agreed, and they gave me some advice, like I said with the appeals, don't cause blame. You know, without going into it, if you weren't feeling well, you might have to turn here and pull up and stop because you were feeling sick. So something along those lines. So they agreed, they gave me some advice, which is very nice of them. I thought straight away they were going to have a go at me.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They all agreed, they all gave the thumbs up, they said what I was doing was helpful. So that was really nice to hear, and sometimes the members of the public will come by. I had two guys after I met you, they went all the way back round again, parked the car, walked down here and came up to me and said thank you, otherwise I would have turned left there.
So you've had grateful drivers approach you after you've been holding that sign and they haven't made that left turn.
They haven't made it, and they've gone out of their way to come all the way back round and say thank you. Because you know as well as I do, you have to go all the way down to Hammersmith, all the way around that one way, back round.
And as cab drivers, we now see the extra congestion on the gyratory.
Oh, you see it. All right.
We've already noticed the extra congestion on the gyratory.
Can we make this make sense?
Yeah.
If it's about emissions and about road safety, which a lot of the new regulations like ULEZ and etc. is about, why cause the traffic to go double the distance, which are called double the emissions and double the risk going into Hammersmith Gyratory, where you have Hammersmith Station and thousands of pedestrians crossing the road around there? Make it make sense.
And how much do you think an enforcement like this makes the local council?
Oh, I know. It's
do you know?
roughly 1.9, so I'm going to round it up, over £2 million a year.
So this particular enforcement on Rivercourt
Just this
Road
camera
will make the
nearly
local,
£2 million a
nearly
year,
£2 million
or more.
And
This is quite new, right? So
Yeah.
we won't have the stats in on this. So what I'm actually referring to is a similar sign, no left turn. That's in Ealing Broadway, next to Ealing Council.
Which is where I'm from.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm quite close as well. So that one sign there will give you the same ticket, and it's the same thing. And that one makes £1.9 million per year. Just that one camera. Now there's, in that mile radius from that camera, there's 5 more, just like it. So you can do the math.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And since you've been popping out, do you come out every week, about once a week?
So every weekend so far for the past month.
And how much would you calculate that you might have saved drivers? Have you ever bothered to calculate or
so
notch
look,
it up?
we'll take last Sunday that I was here.
Yeah.
I stayed to save 10 drivers. So if we can times 160, because I made a typo by 10, that's potentially how much I saved people on that day. So it's over £1,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're taking people that might pay early, get a reduction, you're still looking at roughly about £1,000.
So Scott, you are saving drivers thousands of pounds every time you come out here
Literally,
just with this sign.
Look.
And it's not about a cash grab and taking money away from the council. It's just about getting fair signage.
That's it, fair signage.
That's all.
Thank you.
Fair signage.
Yeah. If you want to go down that, it's a whole other debate, you know, who's right, who's wrong to use this road. Is the public or the residents? Just look, there's another one. So, you know.
That one's gone past.
Yeah,
and was about to turn left,
and
didn't turn left because of your sign. So he's saved him 160 quid.
And it's so easy to understand with just one simple line that goes through the sign.
Listen, Scott, what you're doing is a fantastic job. You're saving drivers not hundreds of pounds, but tens of thousands of pounds in the long run. And it's nothing to do with beating down on local councils. It's just about fair signage.
That's it, literally, that is all it is, yeah. We're not going down that money grab route. We just want a sign that's easy to see and people can understand.
And people can then make their own choices.
Yes, safely.
Well, I'll let you get on with it then, Scott. And fantastic to meet you.
Thank you, Mark.
I know I'll watch you again on Mock Test Auto.
Thank you.
I know you do have a YouTube channel, but we're not here for that.
No.
And
save money.
enjoy how long will you be out here today? Another hour or so?
I'll do about an hour. I was here 2 hours last time.
Yeah.
Until my batteries die, basically.
Yeah. And people take an interest.
Oh yeah. A lot of interest, and everybody seemed to support it. That's the weird thing. I've never said, like, no one's ever said anything against it. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? That's wrong. That's dangerous. Blah blah blah. Everybody's thank you very much. You're helping me, etc. So that's the best part of it, really. Cheers.
And with that, I let Scott get on his way, get in front of the tree and hold up his no left turn sign. Hammersmith and Fulham Council encourages residents and drivers to provide feedback on the new restrictions. The Hammersmith Society says residents are encouraged to submit feedback on the new restrictions to this email that's popping up on the screen now. And I'll also leave it in the video description below.
Thanks for watching today. Leave any comments below. I'd love to know what you think about the new restrictions on Rivercourt Road. Let me know what you think about Scott's crusade. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Until next time, see you back here.